The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. The following program is rated TV MALS. It contains strong language and sexual situations.
In the early 2010s, Chicago's South Side became ground zero for a new sound and a new war. What began as music quickly turned into murder. Chief Keef versus Lil Jojo, BDs versus GDs. Two crews, two ideologies, one city torn apart.
Keep this shit 300. I pull up in that alley, you pull up in that Honda.
This is the story of how one diss track, BDK, ignited one of the most infamous street rivalries in modern rap history.
Yeah, man, my nigga Moody gonna be Lil Jojo for Halloween.
Jojo that we left to do. Tweet at us, we'll follow you. Tweet with us, we follow you.
Me and my nigga King Von a lot. Jojo, we on that.
This is Gang Wars, where the streets tell their story. To understand the beef that would define a generation of Chicago music, you first have to understand the streets that shaped it. This isn't just a story about rappers. It's a story about a city, its history, and the lines drawn on its map, both visible and invisible. For decades, Chicago's South Side has been divided by a deep and complex rivalry between two powerful street organizations, the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples. Both were born from the Civil Rights era, originally founded under the Black Gangster Disciple Nation umbrella in the 1960s by leaders Larry Hoover and David Barksdale. Their initial goal was to unify and empower their communities against systemic neglect. But what started as a fragile unity, built on shared struggle, soon fractured under the weight of internal power struggles and external pressure. By the 1990s, the alliance had completely dissolved. The BDs and GDs split into bitter enemies, and by the 2010s, their war for territory and influence defined entire neighborhoods. The conflict permeated every level of daily life. It dictated which parks you could visit, which schools you could safely attend, and which blocks you could walk down. The city felt it at every level: blocks, schools, and eventually in its music.
Brick squad, I say fuck 'em. Rip a world with 'em, so fuck 'em. How many streets, no ducking.
Music. This division wasn't abstract, it was geographical. The Black Disciples held power in strongholds like Parkway Gardens, better known as O Block, and the area around 64th and Normal, known as 300. Meanwhile, the Gangster Disciples were deeply entrenched just blocks away in areas their members called Jojo World, Brick Squad, and 63rd. These territories were often separated by a single street, turning neighbors into rivals. Borders were more than lines on a map. They were identities, fiercely defended. Crossing from one side of the street to the other could have life or death consequences.
Hey, calling for them rats, they from the house, one time to tell y'all.
Boy, you a bitch, boy.
Hey, we get little bitch. Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you, boy? Hey, I am Brick Squad. Yeah, Brick Squad, boy. Fuck is you talking about, boy?
We get little bitch.
We ain't for nothing. We ain't for
Y'all heirs, man.
Hey, don't talk to me with all that. Ain't no second off.
Fuck is wrong with y'all, boy?
Men and women grew up under this reality, inheriting a conflict they didn't start. They learned the colors, the codes, and the hand signs, navigating a world governed by a constant simmering tension.
Got that car, beat your wet. Beat it out, beat your wet.
Oh, you record too? Oh, got you. Yeah.
Rock boy
Every loss, every act of disrespect added more pressure to a system already at its breaking point. Every summer felt hotter, more volatile than the last, as the cycle of retaliation spun faster and faster. And then came the soundtrack.
Them boys, bitch, we ain't got no work. Every day I got students that take you out your book.
Nigga, I and your light, like 300, you get white, nigga, that ain't where that is.
Smoking Tuka with the guys.
I'm smoking on a Tuka out in public, bet they smell them when I fire him. Smoking on this fuck nigga Tuka till I can't feel my brain. Still my brain.
A new, raw, and unfiltered genre of music emerged directly from these streets. It was called drill, a sonic reflection of the violence, nihilism, and survival instinct that defined their lives. It was the streets on tape. While downtown Chicago gleamed with prosperity, the city kept moving, often oblivious to the war deepening just a few miles south. It was from this environment, at the intersection of music, social media, and street politics, that a teenager would emerge and change everything.
For free, they'll let you have it. My niggas do for me, ain't no way around.
From O-Block, BD Territory, came a teenage rapper named Chief Keef. By 16, Keef was a local legend, uploading gritty street videos like Bang and 300. But it was I Don't Like that changed everything, propelling him from Parkway Gardens to global fame. Suddenly, labels called. The industry paid attention. His music wasn't just sound, it was Chicago's streets on tape. The world didn't just hear drill, they watched a war unfold in real time. Fame rose, tensions rose with it. From Brick Squad, a GD set near 69th and Princeton, came Joseph Lil Jojo Coleman, loud, proud, and fearless. He refused to let the BDs dominate the narrative. In 2012, he dropped BDK, a direct diss to Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and the 300 O-Block movement. One track turned music beef into real street tension. Lines were drawn. Crews chose sides. The internet poured gasoline on a neighborhood fire. Diss tracks became street slogans. With every upload, the risk climbed. JoJo's voice was raw, and it cut through. Two sides, two ideologies, one city. The momentum was undeniable, and then everything changed.
Day to day, like everything's alright. Every night, just one thing on my mind. These niggas took my home, man. Man, I miss my home, man.
On the evening of September 4th, 2012, the simmering tensions erupted into irreversible tragedy. While riding a bicycle in the Inglewood neighborhood, 18-year-old Joseph Coleman, known to the world as Lil Jojo, was fatally shot in a drive-by. He was just a teenager, whose life was cut short on the very streets that shaped his music.
Though, we know you holding it down up there, but we got you while you out here short. Squad.
R.I.P. Jojo, man. Real niggas don't die, they assassinate, man. Scared. Squad shit, man. R.I.P. Jojo, man.
VIP Jojo, man. Ball of Paradise, man. You already know how we rockin', man. We turn up every day for Jojo and our key.
Turn up for Jojo, R.I.P. our kid.
The news of his death spread like wildfire, not through traditional news outlets at first, but through the digital battleground of social media. Within minutes, shockwaves rippled through Chicago and beyond. Initial disbelief quickly hardened into raw anger and grief. A community was left to mourn a teenager armed with little more than a microphone and a story to tell. Almost immediately, the online world pointed fingers toward Chief Keef.
It's the famous viral clip of the JoJo shit. And JoJo and them passed by. Where were you at? You was outside your crib? Like, what's going on in that video?
I was talking to this nigga from the low end named Polarowski, named Poe. I was talking to him, man. I was chopping it up outside the car and shit.
It's like a red Mustang or a...
No, he had like a red,
Camaro?
Yeah, he had a red Camaro at the time. Me and Poe chopping it up. I'm chopping it up with him, and they come pull up. Shit, and that's how it was, yeah.
Y'all you ever seen them before? Or like,
no, that was like my first time seeing them type shit. Like, I never even bumped into them.
So that was just all like internet shit?
Yeah. You know, niggas be chasing clout, bro. And these niggas in Chicago, that's what they do. If you got fame, that's what they gonna do. Like, I bumped to a lot of niggas and they was chasing clout. Always, that's what they be doing, shit.
So JoJo was like never really an op to you, just more so the music or whatever?
I ain't even know him.
Yeah.
I ain't even know the man. Well, my op.
I seen recently you said that you want to box Swag De Niro, though. That's his brother. So
Yeah, because he's soft. The man's soft. He's soft as hell.
So you really do a boxing match?
Too, huh?
You really do a boxing match?
I do it with him, but he gotta put some money up.
Well, normally you'll both get paid.
Huh? Yeah, for sure.
Wait.
Yeah. It depends on how much money it is, though.
You said Swag was like that? What you mean?
No,
you said he was right here.
I said he was right there, though, when his brother done rolled up, doing all that internet shit with their phones and shit. He was in the car, too.
They calling for them ratchets. They from the house. This one time kill y'all.
Boy, you a bitch, boy. Hey, Rick, this little bitch. Yeah. Fuck is wrong with you, boy? Hey, I am Brick Squad. Yeah, Brick Squad, boy. Fuck is you talking about, boy?
Over you little bitch.
We ain't for none. We ain't die heirs, man. Ain't no second off. Fuck is wrong with y'all, boy?
Online world pointed fingers toward Chief Keef's camp. The speculation was fueled when Keef's Twitter account posted a message seemingly mocking JoJo's death. Though Keef later claimed his account was hacked, the damage was done. The tweet acted as an accelerant in an already volatile situation. Chicago police launched a full investigation into the murder, but the case quickly grew cold. Despite the intense public scrutiny and online accusations, no one was ever officially charged in connection with Lil Jojo's death, leaving his family and community without legal closure. But in the streets, a verdict had already been delivered.
Like you said, Lil Jojo drops BDK. And has that ever really been said on record like that before?
Never, ever. Ever. He did it. You gotta, then it looked crazy because these niggas is outside with guns bigger than them.
Man, it's Cash Out 063, and this is beef. Fuck Chief Keef, this real beef. Fuck O-Block, fuck Lamron. I got all my stripes in this motherfucker, so just call me Colonel Cash Out.
Shot on a bike. That's not true.
No, White did.
And he was only shot once.
Yeah, once in his lower back from far as hell, long shot. And they blew a lot of times. They ass ain't got no aim. My mama. He wasn't on no bike, and they blew from far away and hit him in the lower back, but he was still running, moving, feel me? That bitch traveled. Yeah, he had one wound. One in, no out. Yeah, that's how you know it's from far away. Because if it was close, it would have went in and out.
Like, damn, he's still mad about his brother and them. Like, man, fuck them niggas. Like, shit, he mad about his brother dying and shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Fuck his brother.
The lines were drawn. The BDs and GDs were now at an open war, one that would be fought both on the corners and across the internet. Silence in one recording booth meant an eruption of noise everywhere else. Grief, rage, and calls for vengeance flooded social media timelines, creating a feedback loop of animosity. The city of Chicago, now under a national microscope, braced for the inevitable aftermath. Lil Jojo, the person was gone, but his name, now a symbol of the tragic intersection of music, gangs, and social media, would not fade.
Look at this G-boy, boy. Fucking G-boy. I don't need to. On video, I'm recording, clown.
Damn, that shit looks so bad.
Oh, BD.
Like it's daytime.
Oh, what a band's on this wrist there. Oh, that motherfucker. Oh, look at that icy, boy.
I'm telling the law everything y'all saying right now.
I think you might be the one that snitched.
After JoJo's death, Chicago erupted. Keef's crew, the BDs, gained even more fame as Lil Reese, Lil Durk, and Fredo Santana pushed drill forward. The GDs vowed revenge on wax and in the streets. With every song came new disses.
Said I won't go this to dead, and okay, I did it. But nigga, fuck T-Roy and OD them dead bitches. I'm smoking Tuka, so I'm looking like an Asian. I'm smoking Tuka and counting money.
Smoking on Tookie. Gravitated off the ground, that's some super Tookie.
every diss came with real-life consequences. Reporters linked drill to violence. Debates raged. JoJo World lived on as rappers like P. Rico and FBG Duck carried his legacy and kept BDK alive. Music fueled the streets fueled the music. Young men were dying behind lyrics. Social media poured fuel on the fire. The cycle felt endless. What made this war tragic is that it was family turning on family. Both the BDs and GDs descended from the same empire, the Black Gangster Disciple Nation, torn apart by internal power struggles, pride, and immense pain. The schism created a deep generational wound. The GDs, loyal to Larry Hoover's original structure, saw the younger BDs as reckless sellouts, disrespecting the old codes. The BDs, in turn, viewed the GDs as an old guard, enemies holding them back from their own power and recognition in a world that had already left them behind. Today, Chief Keef is no longer in Chicago. He's a multi-millionaire artist who helped birth a global genre, his influence undeniable. His story represents one path out, but Lil Jojo's name still echoes for a different reason. His death, for which no one was ever charged, became a flashpoint, a foundation for a decade of retaliatory bloodshed amplified by social media. The war never truly ended. It just evolved. The conflict metastasized online, where algorithms pushed the most violent content to the top, turning neighborhood disputes into viral spectacles. The lines between art and reality blurred completely. Yet, in the same neighborhoods, a different response grew. Community leaders, parents, and activists organized peace walks and created mentorship programs. They built safe studios, offering kids a microphone instead of a weapon, trying to heal the very streets the music had made infamous. The drill music still knocks. The legends, for better or worse, live on. But behind every viral hit, behind every lyric, is a story of loss, a community fighting for its soul, and a reminder that these are not just characters in a drama. They are real lives.
JoJo, he didn't really want to rap until he heard Lil Durk's song, that L's Anthem. Cause we heard on the radio, like we driving, you know, it was me and him, I remember we driving. He said, Brick Squad, we say fuck them. Man, he went crazy, he ain't like that. He said, you heard that, bro? Hell no, we finna go crazy, that's it.
Dirk say fuck Brick Squad, so I can't wait to catch him.
He made the, you know, the BDK.
These niggas claim 300, but we BDK.